keep it right here in the great state of Texas. We'll talk a little bit about the Texas Education Agency as the kids here in Texas head back to school this week. Um, Something that I want to talk to parents about is the Texas Education Agency's stance on sex education and what exactly the Commissioner of Education believes or thinks should be happening in our Texas school system. So the Commissioner of Education says that here in Texas he wants to begin teaching sex ed as early as kindergarten. Now, me personally, that's a little bit too early for my liking, and I understand that he says that there's some age-appropriate content or material that can be taught to kindergartners, and some people chimed in and said things like hygiene and the proper way to say things, and it could keep the kids safe. And my first response is that's the job of the parents. And so right away people say, well, parents aren't doing it. Well, just because parents aren't doing it doesn't mean we need to take it upon ourselves to do it. And here's the problem. Once again, we've managed to take God out of schools. We've managed to push prayer away to make it almost impossible for children to pray and worship, especially Christ. We know if it's Christianity, it's immediately an assault on Christianity, and we've done that. But once again, we want to simultaneously infuse sex into the lives of our children, but at the same time, like I said, take out God and Christ, and that's why I have a problem with. And what I'm hearing people say is it needs to be taught, and parents aren't teaching it once again, and that's unfortunate. And maybe we need to take a look at how we educate parents on what they should be teaching their children at home. But I don't trust an education system to teach my children about sex education when we struggle to read on appropriate levels, we struggle to write on appropriate levels, we are behind in math, and this is not a knock against teachers. God knows it's not. I don't want the burden put on teachers. I just don't think it's something that needs to be taught in our schools, especially that early. And once again, that goes back to my original premise days ago. We need to rebuild our homes, rebuild our churches, rebuild our communities. And when we do that, we'll find that some of these issues aren't legislative issues, but just plain old issues of the heart and what we need to be doing as far as getting back to the fundamentals of what we were built on as a country, and that's trusting in the Lord and doing the right thing. And once again, all these laws are slippery slopes to something else. You don't go from one place to another overnight. So right now, we know we're fighting abortion tooth and nail here in Texas, and many people feel that abortion is a contraceptive. There's only a matter of time before they're teaching abortion in the schools, and that's a problem. That's a problem I have, and I'm good on that. And if it's up to me, I'm going to say no. I encourage you to reach out to your state representatives, but most importantly, find out who your representative is on the Texas Board of Education, and write Commissioner Morath and let him know that we're not happy with the commissioner, and so we would appreciate if he kept sex ed away from our kindergartners. Our babies don't need to know about sex, and that's all I have to say about that one.
0